Okay, so howdy, welcome to the Dutchman's Award Shack. Okay, so what I'm doing now is this is actually going to be a tunnel. Okay, so this is I decided to do something a little bit different this time. So this is really easy. If you get these tubes, they're real thick, about a quarter inch thick. They make great tunnels. Okay, so what I did now, the idea for me was I wanted to make the inside look good, make it look like an old dirt tunnel or something, like a mining tunnel. So, ran it through I cut it on my miter saw and I ran it to my table saw, and then I mixed this plaster of Paris in here. So what I'm doing here next is I'm going to take and kind of cosmetically make this darker a little bit and make it look like the inside of a tunnel. Because it's going to be the top tunnel, it goes like this. It'll be, what I'm going to do with this is build up around it. So I'm just going to leave that. But here's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make it look like an old miner's tunnel. So, and that's kind of what I'm doing here. So I've got my brush. I got my little. Then when I take it, and I've got this stuff here is liquid earth. It's a colored stain like. So what I'm gonna do here is get a little, and then I'm gonna bring in a little water. Now what I usually do is I save a lot of recycled stuff so that I can use it for different particular things. This one here happens to be great for mixing up plaster of Paris and big volume stuff. And then you've got a funnel too. If you ever need a funnel, there you go, like that. And the other thing is it could be a scoop for like sawdust, and you can drill a whole couple holes in here and just sprinkle the sawdust in. If you have leaky car like mine, my Mustang leaks oil, so what I'm going to do now, though, is I'm going to go get some water. Okay, here's the tube I was telling you about. This stuff is really good for making tunnels, right? Oh yeah, I see. I see. Anyway, I know you guys are. This is the Dutchman's Woodchuck, and I know people are expecting me to be doing something. Maybe that's the reason why I don't have any followers anymore. Well, that's okay. That's our problem. I'm in the summertime. I do other things besides spending all my time in the shop. So, what I'm doing here is I'm going to cosmetically paint this stuff inside a little bit. And try to get that a little. I think I need a darker look to it. Get that stuff to set. Now, the inside is going to look like a miner's tunnel. That's why I use this stuff, because I like, when you're model building, you got to come up with different ideas, because not everybody has the stuff you want. And it's being creative. One thing I can never not stress enough of, you got to be creative. You got to think outside the box. And I scavenge a lot. So when I'm doing this stuff, you gotta constantly come up with something. I love model trail railroads. I just happen to start my with my good collection that I have that I got for for my wife or my mother-in-law, anybody else, my mom too, my end gauge. So my layout is basically an end gauge layout. It has its share of problems though. That I'll tell you that right off the bat, because it's so small. It's hard to find a lot of parts that you can't normally get with end gauge that you can get with Lionel, O gauge, and HO. Whoa, HO. Okay, see now I've got this, and that's gonna look pretty good actually. Now, what I want to do, see now the trick of it is too here, I got a kiln. And what I can do is to get this to dry faster, I can put this inside the kiln. See, so what I did with this is I basically cut down the middle, and then I cut that much off on either side of the middle on the table saw. Worked out great. Easy cut, easy cut. But anyway, my wife got that from somewhere. She says, "Can you use it?" I said, "Sit in the corner. Someday I'll use it." And okay, so that part is kind of what I wanted to do. Because what I'll do next, I can miss the spots. Okay, what I'll do next is actually probably tomorrow, either late tonight or early tomorrow. I'll glue this in place, and anyway, I know you guys are expecting somebody to be doing woodworking, but that's kind of on a hiatus for right now. So, my question to you, well, tomorrow I'm going to be at Batavia Farmers Market. So, it's down on River Street, downtown, just east of the river. So, if you're interested in any of my stuff and my wife's fused glass, come on down. It's from 8 to noon, 8 to 12 o'clock. And you can talk to me if you want to talk to me. And we can talk about wood shop, or we can talk about this. You know, whatever you guys want to do. I meet a lot of people down there. I got a lot of friends that show up, and the only time during the week sometimes they're busy, so they don't get to see me that much. But yeah, see now that'll work out pretty good, I think. Now once that dries, I'm gonna probably put wood bar coat on it, a different color. So I'm gonna go take this over to my kiln right now. My kiln, usually I don't leave this thing on that long, but moisture in there. I think about an hour maybe. There. Okay, so now what I'm going to do next is use this crepe paper. Staying off the grid. Anyway, well, I don't know who you are. Staying off the grid. So, in my shop, I do all kinds of stuff. I make birdhouses, I make tables, chairs. I do a lot of turning, but I'm not doing any turning right now because, for one, it's clean. I'm working on my trains. And anyway, I'm gonna put that in here. Yeah, I'm just gonna. And I'm enjoying the beverage. This comes from a local microbrewery. It's called the Art History Brewing Company in Geneva. Great place to hang out, man. I'm telling you, a lot of my friends are there. So, yeah, I believe that. Hey, listen, if you're here to be rude and crude, I don't appreciate that. This is a family-oriented thing. So, I don't mind. I don't really kick people out, but respect others in here because I do have kids that are on here. So lately there's been a rash of really bad people on here. So I love it if I got people that are from out of the country that people want to learn about woodworking. I love doing that. I love teaching it. My big thing is lately I've been so hung up on turning that I basically forgot how to make furniture. So what do we got here? Anyway, so here's kind of what I'm doing now. All right, I'll show you what I'm gonna do. All right, that's what I'm working on. Okay, so the tunnel I'm talking about is gonna go up here. Basically go right here and go up to there. Okay, so now I have to build up around it. So that's what the crepe paper is for. The issue is though how you kind of move things around. So once that tube dries inside, I'm gonna put that in there, glue it, and then I'm gonna start building up around that mountain. Now I'm replicating something here. This is my train. All right, this is the train right here. So that's a narrow gauge train. Now I've been to a couple of places where they have narrow gauge trains. That's actually kind of a replica of something that's in Cripple Creek, Colorado. So, and that train is kind of cool. So that'll be the kind of the theme up on top. There's going to be a castle with lights in it. I just haven't got around to putting the light fixtures in it yet. That's another thing. Wiring is a nightmare. I've wired this thing like 15 days from Sunday, and I still haven't got it right. The tunnel over here that comes out in that corner back there where that wood is, that's going to have a light in it. It's a light that goes in there. So it is kind of the same way that I did that. The inside is actually has been custom made so it looks like an old miner's tunnel. So that's what I'm working on now, is trying to do that. So for all those people that aren't watching, I lost my viewership. Anyway, that's what I'm doing now. I was working on a project for my legs, for my table, but I decided I'm done with that for the year for right now. So, anyway, I came on to do a short one because I'll be at Batavia Farmers Market tomorrow, 8 to noon. 8 to noon. It's on Riverside. It's on River Drive, River Road. You can't miss it. If you go down on Wilson, it runs off of Wilson. But you can't miss all the people. So come down and chat. I love a chat with my friends and anybody that's into this stuff. It'd be great. So to you guys, happy Friday. Have a great weekend. Hopefully I get to some of you out there that can talk to you. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. Now remember, it's a family-friendly channel. Don't bring anything up crude and rude and all that kind of stuff. I'm all in for a good time and chit chat and stuff, but none of that nasty stuff. Guys, have a great weekend. God bless.